fairies and princesses, then you've come to the right place. Welcome to Disney Coast to Coast.
Hey folks, and welcome to Disney Coast to Coast, the ultimate unofficial Disney fan podcast. I'm Jeff DePaoli.
And I'm PatrickzFilms.
And Patrick,
yes,
we have been talking a lot about some Debbie Downer news lately, and we got some more for you today.
Yay!
And but before we get there, let's start with something good, and that is Season of the Force is coming up sooner than expected, in my opinion. What is it, November 16th? What were you expecting? Because I was
January.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, because I thought that they would use it to basically have people in the parks when it's not crowded. So holiday season's going to be nuts this year.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's coming. Coming very quickly.
So it's November 16th here, and then it's actually January for
I was going
Hollywood
to say,
Studios.
They did announce the date? Okay, cool. Yeah, so I definitely feel like it's going to be cooler here. Like, just Space Mountain alone, which they're not doing in Florida, is... I mean, that's the thing I'm most excited about it.
I'm excited for character meet and greets, obviously.
The only characters I've heard about, actually, so far is Chewbacca and Darth Vader. Which, I mean, Chewbacca doesn't... I guess neither of them really have a meet and greet as of yet, but we see them around the park sometimes.
Chewbacca,
no. Yeah, it's pretty rare,
no, he's only ever been for the marathon.
Okay, yeah, so they're having meet and greets. But in any case, let's start at the top. Star Wars Launch Bay, which I think is going to be where Interventions was, correct? Is characters, which we were just talking about, and exhibits, and of course, sneak peeks of The Force Awakens. It's got to be a commercial to a point. And there's also going to be a game center, which is kind of like what Interventions had already. I'm pretty sure it's just repurposing some stuff.
Did they say it's going to be Battlefront?
They said, let's see, Star Wars Game Center. I think it was like some Disney XD series, Star Wars Rebels.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh no, I'm sorry. I'm thinking about the Jedi training. That's later. I don't know which games it's going to be.
Because I was like, I mean, Star Wars Battlefront comes out in November, so they could test that. But I don't know if it's like too intense, because like
for kids,
you shoot people and stuff.
Well, isn't the new ride? Aren't you gonna have guns shooting people? As long as you don't call them guns, I think it's all right.
They're blasters.
Blasters, exactly. So I really want a Yoda meet and greet. That's what I want. Like a little Muppet Yoda meet and greet. Come on. You could give me a look like that's crazy. That'd be fantastic.
I just want Kit Fisto.
Who's that?
He's awesome.
Who's Kit Fisto?
It's a joke at Hollywood Studios. Whenever Kit Fisto comes out, they're like, "Oh, look, even Kit Fisto came out." He's the green guy with like dreads almost.
Oh, nobody cares?
No, but they're like, he's such a random character. They're like, "Look, even Kit Fisto came."
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And what about BB-8?
BB-8.
I don't know. They haven't said anything. All we've heard is Darth Vader and Chewbacca, for sure. Part of Season of the Force. Like I said, the Star Wars Game Center, they're doing this whole choose your side thing. Like, pick the dark side or the light side. And that's kind of like, if you choose the light side, you get a picture with Chewbacca. If you choose the dark side, you get a picture with Darth Vader. And like, they're kind of...
if you go back in line, you can do both.
Which is kind of my thing. I'm like, well, are you really like trying to get people to choose one side or another? Because let's face it, I think the dark side would win.
Chewbacca usually has the longest line.
That's my Chewbacca.
Good job.
Thanks. Does Chewbacca have a long line?
Oh, yeah.
Darth Vader's pretty cool, though. So that's cool. And then the Jedi Training Academy is getting a bit of a refurb, and it's going to be called Jedi Training Trials of the Temple. And this is where there are going to be new characters and a new villain from the Disney XD series Star Wars Rebels. Now, my question is, are adults going to be able to play this time?
I don't know.
I know quite a few adults who would kill to be part of the Jedi Training Academy. I doubt it's going to happen, but it would be kind of cool.
Yeah.
I think I'm not sure I would necessarily do it, but it would be fun to watch.
And I believe Hollywood Studios is getting refurbed to the same as well.
Yeah, I would assume everything's going to be the same at the Hollywood Studios that can be the same.
I just know they already had auditions for it.
Oh, okay. Although they don't. They're using the Art of Animation space, right? Or at least that's the rumors.
Oh, I don't know. I thought they'd just be where the other ones were by Star Tours.
Oh, not the Jedi Training. I mean the whole Season of the Force thing.
Oh,
I think that's because they closed the animation space, and I think that's what it's going to be used for? I don't know. We'll find out. They haven't announced anything officially yet.
We got till January.
Yeah, true. So, and then of course in Star Tours, the adventures continue. We're getting a new scene featuring an area from Force Awakens.
Yeah, which will be interesting because the movie wouldn't have come out yet.
But also I'm questioning, so is it going to be on every ride for the first chunk? Or
that's true.
Because
can I get the 7?
Yeah, like I'm assuming they're gonna. If you don't know already, on Star Tours, the rides change every time you do it based on different areas you go to. I'm gonna assume everybody will be going to wherever this whole Episode 7 land is, because otherwise people would be very angry waiting in a long line and not seeing the new experience. So I'm hoping that's happening. And then of course Hyperspace Mountain. This is gonna be so deluxe.
I'm so excited.
X-Wing starfighter battle, folks. That's what's happening inside Space Mountain. There's going to be an X-Wing starfighter battle. I don't know what else. Well, here's an interesting thing. So right now we have Space Mountain Ghost Galaxy.
Yes.
Which will end. When does Halloween officially end? November 1 or 2?
Something like that.
Probably the 1st because it's a Sunday. And then November 16th we get Star Wars Ghost Galaxy. Hyperspace Mountain. So is it going to go back to regular Space Mountain for a couple weeks?
I don't think so.
Do you think it'll be shut down for a couple weeks?
Yeah.
Do you think maybe Ghost Galaxy will stay? Or do you think, let's face it, Ghost Galaxy, I don't even think they take a break at all. It's just flip a switch overnight.
It was closed for like 2-3 days.
Was it really? I didn't even realize that. Okay. So it'll probably close. I wouldn't be surprised if Hyperspace Mountain stays for a week past the Halloween.
I don't know. Since it's such a new overlay, I think they might close it a lot earlier.
Maybe. We'll see. But November 16th. What day of the week is that? Probably a Friday. I don't know.
It's
I have no idea.
Sunday.
No, why would it premiere on a Sunday?
I don't know. I don't know.
We could check a calendar, but we're not going to. November 16th, regardless. So that's pretty cool.
It's a Wednesday. I feel like it's a random day.
Okay. And then, of course,
Or it could be a Tuesday.
Possibly a Monday or a Thursday.
Yeah.
Could it be any of those days? And in addition to all that, we can revisit scenes from the classic Star Wars movies in the Tomorrowland Theater, which leads me to ask, what about episodes 1, 2, and 3? Are those classic Star Wars?
I mean, I wouldn't consider it, but it's part of the franchise. So.
I agree. I think it should be there. I think it would be rude to ignore it, but hasn't J.J. Abrams kind of gone on the record saying he has ignored 1, 2, and 3 as in relation to 7? And I don't know.
And 7, but if we're just doing montages of whatever.
Yeah, I hope we see them all, especially since Darth Maul's in the park and such. They should totally do it. Although my guess is he's probably gone now that they're bringing a new villain. And that's the other question. So we talked about the new Jedi Training Academy. What happens after Season of the Force? Does it go back to the old Jedi Training Academy?
I don't think so.
Probably not. No. So Darth Maul might be done as of November 15th in the park.
We'll see.
Might. I don't know. This is nothing official. These are theories in my brain. So
there they are.
There they are. So yeah, and of course, guess what? There's themed food as well.
Woo!
Yay. Blue milk.
Blue milk.
I don't know if that's happening yet.
Oh.
I think they're going to save that for the land. But we'll see. Anywho, that's the good news we've got for you.
Yay!
And because of all of this Star Wars goodness, and of course we've discussed Star Wars Land happening already, there have been some big announcements about some closures that are coming to Disneyland.
Yes.
This is big stuff, folks. Okay, so all of this happens January 10th, so get in your time now in the park is what I'm going to say, because starting January 10th, the Disneyland Railroad will be closing, which you may think, hey, when's the last time I rode it or whatever, but it's so classic. It's such a classic attraction. I can't even imagine it being closed. It has been in the past. In fact, when was it in the past? I can't remember. It's later in my notes, I think. But yeah, so the railroad's going to be closed. And this is for a long time, over a year.
Yeah.
All of this stuff. Here's the heartbreaker.
Canoes.
No. Although I have said I'm going to do the canoes before January 10th.
I probably won't.
Come on, you got to do it.
Nope.
You have to.
I'm not going to do labor.
The funny thing is canoes is returning. That's what makes me laugh, because all of the things that we've mentioned thus far are things that are stopping for a while but coming back. Fantasmic is closing. for like 18 months or something like that.
Long time.
It's a very long time. Now, the good thing is when Fantasmic goes on hiatus, they usually come back with a plus show. It's very rarely the same exact show. I mean, it's always the same soundtrack, but lighting and pyro and stuff tends to change. What else is closing?
Everything. Oh, the Mark Twain
and the Columbia and
everything along the river.
Okay, so oh god, this is crazy. First of all, I've been hearing they actually did try to figure out a plan to keep Fantasmic, or at least have it for a very short period gone. They couldn't make it work because what they're doing is they're chopping off like a third tip of Tom Sawyer Island, which is crazy to think about, but they need that land for Star Wars land, so they're rerouting the whole railroad track. Like, they have to drain the rivers of America. They are going to...
That's going to be fun.
Well, they said they are going to drain it, like, fully for about 3 months, but they're trying to build dams to keep it full just so that it doesn't look so ugly after that. So there's a lot of stuff.
It's going to become the, like, castle hub at Magic Kingdom.
Totally. That's exactly what it's going to be, which still isn't done, right? Oh, God. I go in like 2 weeks. I want it to be done. But it's manageable now, isn't it? Walt's out of the box. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's gonna be a mess. They're gonna try and refill the water as soon as they can, so it doesn't look so ugly. But yeah, Davy Crockett and Davy Crocker. I was thinking of Betty Crocker. Davy Crockett, Explorer.
I wish we had that, Ryan. They're like free cake.
Pirate's Lair, of course, you can't go to the island anymore.
Nope.
I feel like there's going to be a lot of congestion, to say the least. It's a lot.
Like around that area?
Yeah. And just in the park in general, because I feel like a lot of those things, I mean, let's face it, the Mark Twain, you see people on it all day, and there's a lot of people that fit on that boat. So, so it's
And the Columbia.
And the Columbia, so...
And the canoes.
Yeah. And so those are all temporary closures as of January 10th. But also on January 10th, we're losing forever...
Aladdin.
No. Yes, but no.
Oh, that's the only thing in my mind.
Big Thunder Ranch.
Oh, yes.
Is gone forever.
Which I finally ate dinner at.
Yeah, how'd you like it?
It was delicious.
It's
and
good
now
stuff.
I'm sad that I can't go back.
I know. It's good stuff there. And, oh, their desserts are insane.
And the goats.
That's my question. What are happening with all the animals?
They're gonna go to, like, Animal Kingdom.
No, the Sith are killing them.
Oh, okay.
Or the last day at Big Thunder Ranch is gonna be like, goat.
Everyone gets a goat.
No, not get a goat. Eat a goat.
Oh. They take one home. They'll raffle them off.
Raffle off the goats. Let's do it. Or maybe they'll just sell them at the Emporium.
They'll put them in, like, Big Thunder Mountain.
No, I think they're gone. I mean, I think they're just gonna sell them off. Would be my guess.
To Animal Kingdom.
I don't know. Are there goats at Animal?
Yeah, they have a petting farm.
Okay, then they're shipping them to the Animal Kingdom. Yay!
Official.
The happiest goats on earth are going to a lesser attended park. They're gonna be sad and lonely.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll have more friends. I don't know. This has gone in a weird direction. I'm okay with that though. So yeah, Big Thunder Ranch, goodbye forever. So,
but Aladdin.
Go do that. Basically, there's so much crazy stuff mentioned. I was talking about the train earlier. Now, the train was rerouted in the past. It was rerouted in 1965 for the opening of Small World.
Okay.
So Walt approved that. A lot of people are very upset because they're saying it's changing tradition. It's been rerouted once already. It's also stopped running for long periods of time for when they were building Splash Mountain and Indiana Jones. But now something that's happening with the railroad that I texted you about, never got a response. I have a feeling you were crying when you heard about it initially.
I don't believe it.
I'm hearing the train tracks are going right through the Fantasyland Theater. I hear it's gone. And it's a bigger plan as part of a huge Fantasyland expansion. That's what I'm hearing.
No.
No? Are you in denial or
no? Because
folks, if you don't get what we're getting at, this is where Mickey and the Magical Map lives. And between Aladdin and Mickey and the Magical Map going away, you might just start picketing.
Oh, I will not renew.
That is such bull. That is such bull.
Nope.
You're not going to renew if Mickey and the Magical Map goes away.
You can't take Aladdin and Map.
You heard it here, folks. I don't believe you. I don't think it's happening immediately. I think it's next year, probably later next year. because they have a lot of construction to do before that. But I am legitimately hearing from people that Fantasyland theaters, bye-bye.
No.
Yeah, okay. Okay, and now on to some news that was unsettling, shocking, kind of a slap in the face from Disney, I have to say. Very sneakily done 6 months ahead of the norm. Ticket prices through the roof. Actually, when I heard about all these closures that are happening, I was like, you know what? They'd be smart not to raise prices, or at least not raise them a ton, because as we just mentioned, there's a ton of stuff that isn't going to be available to us because of, yes, future promises. But guess what? That doesn't affect this upcoming year. And let's face it, Season of the Force isn't going to affect
the already...
It's not going to cost as much as what they're going to be raping us of. Listen, we've talked about price hikes on this podcast before. We've often had the opinion of, it happens, we're going to pay it, so, like, quit complaining about it. This one's a little hard to swallow. It's such a drastic change of everything. So, normally these happen, well, it seems to be creeping up a little earlier every year, but it's literally been 6 months since the last ticket hike. And that's not very long. Usually it's about a year. And overnight, without any warning, they essentially got rid of the premium annual pass, which is the no blockout date annual pass. This is Disneyland, which we both have. And now they have some BS pass called the Disney Signature Plus Passport and the Disney Signature Passport. Disney Signature Plus costs
$1,050.
$1,049. Now, here's what's so insane to me is when I bought my Premier passport, this was not very long ago, it was 3 or 4 years ago. Premier, which meant Walt Disney World and Disneyland, it was $700.
Yeah.
Okay, in a few years, Disneyland has gone, what, 30% higher than that or whatever?
I just renewed this year. Of course, I get the renewal discount.
What's going to happen with that? Because premium doesn't exist anymore. So is there going to be a renewal discount?
There is. I've seen the renewal for the same for the signature.
Okay.
But like I was still under 800. I think I paid like 720.
Yeah.
And to raise it 200 plus.
Well, even if it wasn't discounted, it was what, $779, I think? So $779 to $1049. So what do you get with this Disney Signature? Okay, let me tell you, this is a little smart because of the fact that they're saying people can't say, you raised the price drastic amounts on the premium. It's like, no, we don't have the premium anymore. We have this new, better annual pass, which gives you more. So it's a complete PR BS thing. I'm trying not to curse so badly. You might hear pixie dust at some point here, folks. But well, talk about the additional stuff you get.
You get PhotoPass pictures. Yay!
Okay, first of all, I actually thought you might be excited by this, because if anybody's going to be, it certainly wasn't going to be me. It was going to be you, Mr. Take Pictures
Honestly,
of characters.
As much as I'm like, okay, PhotoPass is great for visitors and whatnot, I can't even tell you how many times I've like seen PhotoPass pictures and they weren't even good. Like I take better photos on my phone than sometimes the PhotoPass photos take.
Let's face it, it's not photographers
taking
not. Photos. It's, you know, college students doing a college program. So they're doing what they have, you know, not knocking them at all. In fact, I've actually never seen a bad PhotoPass photo. I've never had that experience, but I don't use them often. This is such a slap in the face to locals. This is what they're doing. They're giving you this extra benefit so that they can, you know, make up for the fact that the price has gone away. But none of us care.
No.
We don't take photos with PhotoPass because we're there all the time. Yes, rarely, every once in a while, we might. But guess what? The photographers will also take a photo with your phone, which is where this is really coming into play. Let's face it. They know, and they're not going to stop that, I'm sure, but they know that people just use their phones.
Yeah.
Phones take incredible pictures these days. So there's that, which is BS. And then on top of that, why do we download photos? We download them to post it on social media.
Instantly.
Which is advertising for the company. So this free benefit or this additional benefit we're getting for this new passport is basically to market the company. Oh, don't even get me going. I'm so angry. I'm laughing, but I'm angry.
The even bigger hike was the passport, which went from 1,000, I think 100.
What are you talking about?
Both coasts.
Okay. Premiere?
No, passport.
What do you mean the
Walt Disney World and Disneyland.
Okay.
2 coasts.
Yeah, they used to be called the Premiere.
No, it's called a passport.
They changed the name of it?
No.
It was the Premiere. It was definitely the Premiere.
We have Premiere.
No, Premium. We're Premium than the Premiere.
Premiere Passport?
Yeah, Premiere Passport. They're all passports. The Premiere Passport is both coasts.
This one had passport in the name.
Yeah, Premiere Passport. Like the Premium Passport, Premiere Passport, SoCal Deluxe Passport. They're all called passports. I guarantee you.
Anyway, that one it went from pretty much what the price of a Signature Plus costs now to $1,500.
$1,500. So any blackouts?
No blackouts.
Okay, no blackouts.
But that is a $400 increase.
Ugh.
To me, it almost seems more price effective to buy a Disneyland annual pass and then go to Walt Disney World and buy a separate Walt Disney World annual pass.
Well, their prices have gone up as well, and we'll get there in a second. Just want to mention before we move to Walt Disney World, Disneyland parking has gone up another $1 to $18. In downtown Disney, used to be 3 hours free. Now it's 2 additional hours after validation and such. But yeah, it's tons of changes. It's crazy. We were talking about the Disney Signature Plus passport, which is the one that has 0 blackout days, which is what premium people are used to. Now there's the Disney Signature Passport, which is $849. So that's about a little, $80 hike from the current premium, or the not current anymore, from the previous premium. But it has blackout days now. From what I saw, it's pretty much like 2 weeks around Christmas.
Yeah.
Which frankly, I don't go to the park then anyway. I'm usually out of town. And you can do all the Christmas stuff anyway before then. I kind of feel like that's also their answer. I could be wrong. Who knows? Maybe we're going to start getting specially ticketed Christmas events as well. But I feel like that's to avoid charging additional cost for Christmas events like Mickey's Halloween Party does. They're basically forcing you to pay it through the deluxe, or what's it called, this Signature Plus passport. So now, I mean, when it comes time to renew, I don't even think I'll consider the Signature Plus.
Oh, no.
The one thing that was definitely concerning me as of right now, or I shouldn't say that, as of the past, the only way you got free parking was through the premium, which was the top level one. So my fear was that parking was only going to be through the top level one. Again, it sounds like through Disney's Signature Passport, not the Disney Signature Plus, or in addition to the Disney Signature Plus, you will get parking as well. That's my big thing. There's no way I'm paying to park every time I go. No way. So it's bad news. It's bad news. Walt Disney World, though, let's hop there real quick and talk about their passports. Are now they used to be really like half the price of Disneyland's, weren't they? The Platinum Pass there is $749, which I believe is like their no blackout days. Platinum Plus, so they took away the water parks and the golf and stuff, which now they've got the Platinum Plus, which has the water parks and the golf and stuff.
And it used to have Disney Quest, but not
anymore. It's $829, and then they have their Gold Pass for $549, their Silver for $389. Parking has gone up $2 to $20, and Platinum has the photo thing as well, and they all have free parking, which is nice. But yeah, that seems like a drastic hike for Walt Disney World as well. They've always been much cheaper.
Yeah, I like I don't know if there's like also Florida resident prices. Like unlike here, unless they changed it, when I bought my Walt Disney World pass, for SoCal the only discount you get is for the SoCal pass. But for Florida resident, you get a Florida resident discount on any pass. It's just like a discount.
Interesting.
Because they don't have a Florida resident.
Yes, gotcha.
So you do get a Florida resident discount. But when I bought mine, the no blackout day, I think I paid $450.
$450. Yeah. And now that's $749.
Yeah. That was like 2 years ago.
To me personally, especially at Disneyland, I feel like they're trying to dissuade locals.
Which to me, I think the best answer to this was not to increase these prices drastically. Obviously, they can do their normal yearly, like $50, whatever.
Yearly,
increase.
not 6 monthly.
Yeah, but to just take away the monthly payment.
Payment. That's exactly what they should. If that's what they're trying to do, at least for the top 2 levels, get rid of the monthly payment, because guess what? Most people are still going to pay it with the $99 a month. If you said drop $1,000 or $850, whatever it was, right now, that would dissuade a lot of people. So,
and now we'll see what will happen in 6 months.
I know, 6 months. That's the kicker. That's nuts.
I bet it will go up again.
That's ridiculous. Anyway, folks, what an angry episode this has become.
I'm gonna get a seasonal job just so I get angry.
There you go, folks. I think that's enough complaining for today. So shall we do some trivia?
Yeah.
Now we have a special trivia guest with us today, so we're gonna cut to that right now. Okay, for our trivia this week, we've got Mouse Chat podcast here with us. Now, on Mouse Chat, you can hear them cover Walt Disney World, Disneyland, Disney Cruise Line, and discussing the latest Disney news, but their main focus is to help people plan their perfect Disney vacation. So they cover topics like Disney dining plan, ways to save money, and of course, special events and so much more. You can find them on mousechat.net. Thank you for joining us, Lisa and Steve.
Well, thank you.
Thank you. Thanks, Jeff.
Excellent. Are you ready for some Disney trivia, specifically about the Disney Mountain Range?
All right.
Yeah.
Yes.
We're horrible. We're horrible at trivia, so this should be good.
It's okay. Hey, it's a learning experience. There's no winner or loser here. We all win because we learned something new.
There you go.
So why don't you hit us first with a trivia question?
Okay, so just mountain-related trivia.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. My first one is probably pretty tricky because I didn't know the answer to this, and, well, it's ridiculous. What? Okay, on Expedition Everest, what are the ride vehicles referred to as?
Ooh. Well, they're trains, but what are they referred to as? Let's see.
Steam something.
Yes, steam.
Oh, steam
train?
Steam. Is steam the first word?
It is.
Ooh,
wow.
Nice job, Patrick.
I'm impressed.
That out.
Steam, steam transportation, steam climbers.
No, I don't know when I'm supposed to give in and tell you the answer.
You can tell us the answer.
Steam donkeys.
Steam donkeys. I guess, because wasn't the purpose of these trains to carry all of the necessary tools up to the mountain range for the expedition people? It wasn't that, like, in the storyline, wasn't that the purpose?
I believe it is, to give them the supplies and so they're
because that's what the donkeys used to do.
Yeah. When you think about it, it makes sense.
Yeah. Well, we got the first word.
Yeah, you got the first word. That was, I would have never guessed steam. Although, it's so funny because when you mentioned those vehicles, the first thing I visualized was in the track, the steam pipe that blows the steam through the chimney in the train. So I guess it makes sense. Steam donkeys. Who knew? Are you ready for our trivia question for you?
Yes.
Okay.
Sure, bring it on.
All right, here we go. At Walt Disney World, what differentiates Space Mountain from any other attraction in the Magic Kingdom? Specifically, like, structurally wise.
Wonder if it's height?
I think it's the tallest, even taller than the castle.
No, I don't believe that that's true. That castle's pretty huge.
I know, but this goes down below the earth, too. So it goes down, and then you have that little antenna peaky thing. So
that's not the answer we're looking for.
Okay, so what I'm going to look that up just so we know.
Okay.
What distinguishes Space Mountain? There are other dark rides, so it shouldn't be that. Would it be that the entire ride, including the queue, is enclosed?
In the dark?
No.
No. Wow. There's
Think like a bird's eye view of the Magic Kingdom.
Okay, so is it the only ride visible from space. I don't know.
Oh, that'd be cool, wouldn't it?
It's a little small for that,
It's like
but
the Great Wall of China.
yeah.
They should put a really bright light like the Luxor, I think it is, in Las Vegas, where I believe you can see that light from space. That'd be kind of cool.
Well,
that's not it, though.
Bird's eye view.
I don't know. I'm stumped.
Think.
Give me another hint. I don't give up that easily.
Can you visualize the train at the Magic Kingdom?
Well, the train goes. Does the train go through that one? It's been a while.
Doesn't go through it.
Goes under it.
No.
Oh, I don't know. That would have been good, though.
That would have been really interesting. This is like a big drop on the Magic Kingdom train.
Train goes through it, under it, over it. Let's use all my prepositions. The train, bird's eye view, Space Mountain.
Everyone who's listening to the podcast is like screaming out the answer.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Or they've hung up.
Honestly, I wouldn't have known this. Would you have, Patrick?
I don't think so.
Okay, so the train, does it create some sort of recognizable Mickey feature from the sky?
No, but that's a good guess.
Like Disney Hollywood Studios.
I don't know.
Okay.
I take it doesn't have anything to do with donkeys.
It is not a
unfortunately not.
No.
Any more hints, or do you want to just tell us?
No, I think that's it.
Okay, well, the ride is actually set outside the theme park, beyond the train tracks. It was originally supposed to be placed where the Carousel of Progress is, but not enough room, so it's kind of like not... Part of it is like actually outside the park boundaries.
Wow.
Yeah, so when you get in the queue line, you're actually very much like Indiana Jones Adventure here at Disneyland.
Yep.
You're walking under the train tracks and leading outside of the realm of the park.
Oh, that makes sense.
And so when you're in part of the queue and in the actual attraction, you're outside of the park, and then the queue line exit just takes you back into the park.
No, I think that's true with Pirates, where, at least I've always heard this, I don't know if it's a rumor or not, where Pirates does the drop is like where it's going under the train tracks.
At Walt Disney World?
Yeah. I think so.
Yes.
Or I'm just making this stuff up.
Could be true.
No, I believe that's true. They had to house it in 2 different buildings because it was so large, and so they made the drop where it goes under the railroad.
Huh. Cool.
Very
We're
cool.
learning so much today.
Donkeys and everything.
Excellent. Well, that's going to do it. We both lose, but we both learned a lot, so this is fantastic. You can check out Steve and Lisa on mousechat.net. Guys, thanks for joining us today. Really appreciate it.
Thanks.
Thanks for having us.
Okay, folks, thanks for watching. That's going to do it for us this week. As always, you can connect with us on social media and places like
Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Tumblr, iTunes, SoundCloud, Instagram, Twitter.
Woohoo! And you can find all of that.
MySpace.
No, never MySpace. Friendster, yes. No. You can find all of that at DisneyCoastToCoast.com. Have a fantastic week. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Thanks for listening to Disney Coast to Coast. Have a magical day.
Other things, but I know why Patrick keeps talking. It's because he's trying to put off something he doesn't want to talk about.
There's a lot of things I'm putting off.
No, he does not want to talk
mainly
about
this one. I don't want to say anything.
I'm going to say it. It has been officially announced that Aladdin, a musical spectacular at Disney California Adventure, is closing to make way for Frozen, the musical.